Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and we are still having problems with our EU server account. This is the continuation of what was hopefully to be the new player guide series, I think part 5 we were filming today. But I got on to play a random battle to get us to access level 4, and surprise, surprise, lagging like terrible, like the last several times. So right now I'm running a check and repair on my EU server account. So it's checking the integrity of my account, just to make sure there's no bugs and that I have the newest updates possible. Because before I started recording, or before I got onto my EU server account, I actually got on my NA server account to make sure there was no lagging or anything. And there wasn't any lagging, it was flawless playing. And then I logged into my EU server account right after, began recording, logged into the match, and immediate lagging. So that's pretty frustrating to have this much of an issue with my EU server versus my NA server account. So we're going to show you, well, what I'm hoping to show you is just being able to do a check and repair on your game. So you can see that we're logged into our EU server, and then I will click open this game settings once it's done doing an integrity check, and I'll show you where the check and repair button is, so that you guys, if you have issues where you feel like it's just unreasonable, like it has been for me with all this lagging, you can run this repair integrity check. So it loads on the checking integrity, and then you can see it was the repairing popped up there for a moment. And now it's checking integrity again, but at a faster rate. I wonder if there was something wrong I just uncovered. Because I've not had issues like this on my NA server account, but I have on my EU server account. So I don't know if it's because I don't log into my EU server account every day or what. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward it till we get towards the end, towards the 100%. Okay, so we're back, and looks like we're going to hit the 100. Okay, you're running the latest game version. Alright, so that's how you do a check and repair. So when you log into the game, before you click play, click on game settings, and then you have the check and repair here. So that's what I just ran. So we're going to see what happens when we log back into the game. Now, when I attempted to play the second random battle and needed to unlock access level 4, I was just so frustrated because of how bad the lag was that I just exited out of the game mid-battle. Now, I was in random battle, and random battle is supposed to have human players, but there's no human players. So it's just bots. So if you log out of a battle mid-game, what tends to happen is that you get a draw versus a loss. But I have no idea if that was actually true
Access level 4 unlocked.
or not.
Signals and camouflages to boost the characteristics of your ship.
Okay, so recognize I did.
The next access level, play 2 battles.
Okay, so I did get penalty lifted. Check and repair. Okay, so we did lose that battle, even though we were the only human. 2 battles played, 1 victory, 1 defeat. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So we've unlocked access level 4, and we got these camouflages here, some signals. So we can talk about that. That will be what the video is. I won't do any gameplay during this just because of how frustrating the lag has been, but hopefully the check and repair fixed it, and then you guys will find out next Wednesday when we're back into playing the game how all came to be. So let's talk about camouflage. So you get these camouflages you can actually buy for credits, 7,500 credits. This one, dispersion of shells fired by enemies attacking your ship is increased, so they don't have as tight as dispersion. You get this other one, detectability range by sea, reduced by -3%. That's a good one. And then you have, you get both in the type 5 camouflage, the -3% detectability range by sea, and increased dispersion of shells fired by enemies attacking your ship. You also get these other ones that cost doubloons to utilize. Personally, I don't like to run these because I don't like to spend doubloons on signals. But if you are a player who wants to put a lot of money into the game, you can. I just think it's a really bad investment if you're not getting your money's worth. When you'll get more camouflages than this, where the camouflages won't actually cost you anything at all to run. It won't cost you credits. It won't cost you doubloons. But because we're so early in the game, we haven't got to that point yet. But if you want to mount one, you could simply click on it. And now it's mounted, and our concealment will have dropped. You can also click Enable. And every time, even when you get done with the battle, you ready up again, the auto resupply will go ahead and just use another camouflage. But I don't tend to do that unless I have a permanent camouflage, which doesn't look like we can buy one yet, or at least this ship and tier. Then you have signals. So you can see we got those one signals. These are economic signals. They all cost doubloons to run. Again, I don't utilize those because I don't like spending doubloons on signals or camouflages in the game. But you can see what each of them do. You get some more credits. Cost of the ship's post-battle service reduced by -10%. You get 50% increased experience per battle. You get 50% increased commander XP. And then you get 300% more free XP. These are combat signals. So you're going to notice some of these are crossed out. And it will be for different types of classes. And usually what that hints at is that, as it says, the signal is inefficient with the ship's selected configuration. So like I don't have a heal. And then that's what this flag does, is it helps with the amount of HP you can recover. A heal will pop up here as a consumable, but since we don't have that, it's saying you're not going to utilize it. Then you have a flag that increases your AA. You have a flag that increases your secondary range, which I don't even know if we have secondaries on this. We do. 2.5 kilometers. So increase your secondary firing range. Decreases the reload time, and then it even tightens the dispersion of your secondary battery shells. I don't tend to use these until it's like more like a secondary ship per se, but I will run on some cruisers, but I don't use them at this tier. The fire is gaining. You have a heightened chance to cause a fire, but your risk of your ship's magazine detonating is increased by 5%. So on your ship's magazine is where all the ammunition is stored, and it's usually somewhere in the central hall in the Citadel. Well, yeah, so like in here, it's the vital part armor of the ship. Well, let's get rid of all of it. So it's usually like if a shell comes and lands in a certain area in here, then it will detonate your ship. So you're increasing your chances of that. But you can take a Juliet Charlie combat signal, and it completely eliminates the risk of your ship's magazine detonating. If you detonate in battle, you automatically, in a random battle or ranked, we'll talk about more of those type of game modes later on. But if you get detonated in a random battle, you automatically get 10 Juliet Charlie combat signals. So, but you can see we don't have any of these yet. We have Victor Lima. So again, increases the chance of fire by your shells to a certain 160 millimeter and up to, and also above, just 0.5% chance to 1% chance. and chances of causing flooding, but we don't have torpedoes on this ship, so there's that. Hotel Yankee, the vessel I've collided with has sunk. The damage caused by ramming an enemy, plus 50%, and damage received when ramming an enemy, negative 20%. So you'll cause more damage if you ram an enemy ship, and you'll take less damage if you ram an enemy ship when you have this signal mounted. So yeah, reload time of your ship's consumables, so that means like your damage control party has a 60-second reload time. Take 5% off of that, and that's how much more faster of a reload time you have for the consumable. You can increase your ship's speed by 5%. I tend to run this on destroyers. And then we talked about that one. Your flooding recovery time, if you get hit by a torpedo, it'll take less time to repair it. Also, less time to fire extinguishing time is decreased. And then you get a action time of the smoke generator consumable increases by 15%. That's as you're dispersing it. And then action time of your hydroacoustic search and reload time of your defensive AA fire consumable both get buffed. But we don't have hydroacoustic search or defensive AA. That comes at a later. Yeah, it just happens later on. We're not there yet. We're not high enough tier yet, guys. So I guess we're just going to wrap that video up, or this video up for now. This is still a little flustered that I wasn't able to actually show you being able to unlock to access level 4. But know that in access level 4, that's when you get to mount your camouflage and signals on your ship to boost your combat characteristics, just as I showed you. To get to unlock access level 5, it looks like we need to play 2 more battles, and we'll unlock containers, which are fantastic. So we'll look to cover that in our next video. We'll talk. Maybe I can like if it's not lagging, I can actually show you guys playing 2 battles. I can fast forward through different parts if need be, and then we can talk about containers next time. So let's hope that is truly the case, that the game's not lagging up anymore after running that check and repair. And I can will definitely revisit my internet connections, because that's again, it's not an NA server account, but EU server account, not so much. So hopefully that check and repair fixed everything. So if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you want to see more. If you haven't already subscribed, really appreciate it. And I'm excited to do more with this new player guide series with you guys. Hopefully just the lagging will cease on our EU server account. So until next time, take care.